people of the round table, or I should say knights of the round table. Welcome to Nightly Reviews. And today I'm going to be reviewing Cabbies Mixture by Samuel Gawith. Now, from what I've learned from Russ Willett is that the synergies of tobaccos offer you something extra. You can have a Virginia taste, you can have a Burley taste, you mix them together and you get something else other than a Virginia and a Burley. Meaning, when I say other, you'll get the Virginia and the Burley, but you're going to get something else. And this is what Cabbies Mixture did for me. Now, what I had to eat before the Cabbies Mixture, I had fresh pasta with sage and butter and Parmesan. That's it. All right. Now, Cabbies Mixture. After this meal, totally shellacked the tastes I had in my mouth. It overwhelmed them. I don't remember what I ate. Right. And if we go into tastes and flavors, the tin note very fruity. And very musky, you know, and you would think that you for some reason you have a feeling this is going to be a hefty tobacco, and flavor-wise it is. It's spicy, but the beginning for me was the first, how do you say, the first burn there, what do you call it? Whatever, I keep forgetting. The charring. Man, I was like, woo! What the hey is in this thing, man? It was spicy. I might be exaggerating a tad. A bit of hyperbole on my part. And, but that's what I got. That's what I got. The first half of the bowl was like, I gotta take this nice and slow, draw it. Nice and slow, sip it almost, you know, so I don't, it's like I'm eating pepper, you know? But the second half of the bowl was rich. The pepper was subdued. I'm assuming that's the Perique, because this is a Perique Virginia mixture, and I would say it in that order. The Perique was subdued, and I had more of a homogeneous feel and flavor, you know. But what you got out of this, okay, the flavor profile was figs, stewed prunes, deep woods, not the off deep woods, deep woods, like you go into a dank forest and you smell the earth and the woods. I got some tanginess, some citrus, but lots of figs, man. Lots of down to the ground, gritty taste. So, for people who, I would say this is for people. Let me backtrack here. This is not a beginner smoke, and I don't say that because the nicotine is high or this. That's not what I'm saying. The nicotine is fine. It's just c'est un goût recherché. Un gusto che si deve trovare. You know what I'm trying to say? Basically, in English is, it's a deep flavor. It's the young smoker. When I say young, the beginner smoker will burn his mouth. Won't have any idea. Like, I had my son-in-law with me yesterday because we were watching a movie outside al fresco, which is great. So that's why I smoked that. It was very nice. But I gave him some Kramer. Some I forget what it's called. Kramer. Anyways, it's a light English, and he's a newbie when it comes to smoking that, and maybe I should have gave him something like the Kramer Extra Smooth, which is not as smooth as I thought it would be. But anyways, going back to Samuel Gawith's Cabbies Mixture. Stewed fruits, dark fruits. What else? There was a lot of. It was sweet, grassy. I would say more earthy than grassy. Burnt slow. I had to relight it a few times because I should have let it dry just a little bit. I don't like dry tobacco. I like it a little bit moist, but I had to relight it a few times, which is no problem. When it goes out, you light it. That's all. And leaves a pleasant aftertaste, that's for sure. And it is a complex tobacco. Is it a Grand Cru? Close. If I would say that Grand Cru meaning the pinnacle of the year in wines. This is a Grand Cru. This is it this year. Cabbies mixture, it will always be in my rotation. What kind of pipe to smoke in it? Don't go large with this one. Small to medium. Max. Because that's a lot of flavor to punch you in the face. And I'm exaggerating when I say you punch you in the face. I'm just saying this is not what you expect when you take the first draw. It's like, whoa, okay, I gotta temper myself, you know? That's what I got from it. Some old codgers, man, they'll blow through that like it's nothing. But hey, I am not an old codger. Yet. It's a vapor. But it's a perva because it would be a perique vapor. That's what I would say. So it's a perva. That sounds weird, man. Hey, you got me at the perva? Yeah, perva. I got lost. Anyways. Okay, so let's get into the stats. I didn't go into reviews by Jim Inks or anybody else. I mean, I read some of them, and it's a 4 out of 4 star tobacco in the majority. So let's go and see where this is made. The brand is Samuel Gawith, blended by Samuel Gawith, and manufactured by Samuel Gawith. I love it. In-house, small family, no external affairs. Blend type, Virginia Perique. I will call it a Perique Virginia. Contents, Perique Virginia, you see? Ah! Flavoring, none. It's a curly cut. The packaging comes in 50-gram tins. And here it says 40 grams and 100-gram pouches. I don't think we get that here. I don't know. The country is United Kingdom, and it is currently available. Yeah, currently available, that it's still in production, but try to get it if you can. That's one of those tobaccos. Next time, I don't know who puts it online, I'm going to buy like 4 tins. I don't need more than 4 tins of that, because I got a lot of tins of other stuff. Let's go to the profile. The strength is medium. Yeah. Flavoring is none in terms of added flavor, top notes, none. It doesn't need it. The taste is medium to full. Yeah. And you know what? As I said, the beginning, half bowl, pepper, then molassy, and homogeneous, and beautiful and thick. Room note is pleasant. I really don't give a flying one. So, what to eat with this? First of all, what to drink with this? Whiskey, bourbon, which is a whiskey. I wouldn't even go Irish whiskey, because Irish whiskey is triple distilled. Therefore, it is actually smoother than your usual Scotch whiskey. So for the Scotch whiskey, I would do something like an Abunad. Abunad from, oh my god, I forget it. I forget. It's Abunad. It's a single cask chosen by the people that work at the warehouse, or the warehouse at the distillery, and it's very high in alcohol, content. In percentage-wise, it would be, I got a bottle of 65%. So you need something. You need something robusto. In wines, I would go with a heavy tannin wine, a Bordeaux. You let it breathe. Or a Côte Giron. Let it breathe. And as a matter of fact, you gotta let your tobaccos breathe. Yeah, sure, you can fold a flake, put it in, and obviously it's gonna have a completely different flavor. As in, you can open up a bottle of wine, drink it right away, and it's tight. You know it's tight, it's gotta open. Rub your tobaccos out. It opens. Let it breathe. Let the air go through. And you'll get, personally, I prefer it that way. I prefer it rubbed out. And as for sipping a tobacco, when they say sipping it, it depends. But I found that every time I really wanted to get at the full flavor of whichever tobacco I'm smoking is when I take my first draw, I let some air in. I slightly open my lips while I'm drawing the smoke, so I'm mixing the air with the tobacco, as does a wine taster. When they do that, they're mixing the air with the wine. Same thing, no difference. And you will get a much richer taste, a much more truer taste, because if you just draw in the smoke, well, you're drawing in a lot of smoke and it's in your mouth, and I'm not as successful in tasting my tobaccos as when I draw it in, letting a little bit of air. Just open my lips a bit, and you smell it in the nose, in the sinuses. It's as if you're mixing. Well, you're mixing the air with the bloody smoke. That's what I'm trying to say, and it works for me. It should work for 99.99% of the people, just like the birth control pill, right? But there's always that 1.1% chance where here comes baby. What to eat with this? Have something like a hamburger, you know? Don't go vegetable on this. So vegans, Indian food then, I would say, with what's that Indian cheese, for God's sake, man? In a sauce, in an Indian sauce. Just wonderful. Indian food would be fantastic with this. As a matter of fact, scratch everything, Indian food. And you know what? What the hey? Have a Bass beer. You need an ale with this. That's what I'm saying. Fellow knights, I bid you farewell. Hasta la vista, peoples.